Patrick and I started talking in, I think it was 2018. Yep, October. And I was in the hospital. I was very sick. And this man would like talk to me, and then we wouldn't talk again. Like it was like a back and forth thing. But
well, no, it happened like October. Then I had a girlfriend for 2 months, and that ended. And you hit me up again, and then I finally took you on a date.
Yeah. So we went on a date in December, and we went to the light show. We got together on the 8th, I believe. Would have been the 8th, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And we brought Addie with us because I couldn't get a babysitter, because my babysitter bailed. So I texted him that morning and I said I had to bring my daughter. And like, I was kind of scared, obviously, like bring my daughter to a date, and I told myself that would never happen unless I was being like serious with the person. But anyway, I'm really glad I did, because they bonded like right away. But here's a funny story. So I fell asleep with Addie on the couch, because I sleep a lot, and Patrick, I didn't give Patrick my address, and so Patrick drove from his house to my house, and then I wasn't answering him. Where did you end up going?
Back home.
Didn't you stop somewhere?
Halfway home.
Yeah.
It's halfway home and I pulled over, then he messaged me.
And so then he picked us up. It was really late too. It was like, probably like 8. So then we went on a date, and we went to the light show, and then we went to the mall. And this is Patrick's face. Addie didn't run away. She
ran right to the Jordan store.
Right to the Jordan store because I always used to buy her Jordans. And she ran right into the store, and I like went to go get her. And then after that, we went to the light show, and then we went to McDonald's because Addie wanted McDonald's.
No,
and
light show, mall, McDonald's.
No, I don't think it worked.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, so
Addie kept dropping her toy.
yeah, she dropped her toy like 30,000 times under the booth, and we had to pick it up, but she was so sweet. She was so little. She was 3 at the time. And so then I put Addie in the car seat. Or did you?
I mean, I might have, because he couldn't reach over the truck.
Yeah, he brought his big truck. And so then he got out, and we put Addie. Addie was already in the car, and then I kissed him. And he kind of didn't like kiss me back. He kind of just like was super shy. And then all the way home we like talked, and he showed me where he lived. And then we got back to my house. He dropped us off, and then we didn't even really ask anybody out. We just like started dating. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's I took you that full weekend to London.
Then that next weekend we went to London, and
But he fell asleep again.
yeah, I fell asleep again, but he knew where I lived this time, so that was fine. But I fell asleep again, and he was already in Chatham for something, but he showed up to my house, and then we went to London, and I think that time it was just me and you.
Yeah. Lingerie.
Yeah, he bought me lingerie, and then we kind of just hung out, and I'm pretty sure he slept over that night. No?
Like the next time.
Okay, and then the next time.
The next time I went to the wooden rose.
Yes, and that is literally my favorite. I still have it. I'll show you
That'd
guys.
probably be the first time I went to slept over.
And
that strawberry cake was for you, and me and Addie ate it and watched it.
yeah, so then I think then we'll get to when he asked me to marry him. So we went to
No. I asked you first over the phone.
yeah, so I
Get
was
that right.
I don't even know where I was shopping with his parents, and he called me, and I guess him and his parents had a discussion. And okay, so anyway, okay, go on.
Huh?
Tell them what you were just saying.
Oh, he counter shopping and no frills, and they asked him, I loved you. Like, yeah, then they asked if I was going to marry you. I said yes, and then I called you.
Yeah, so this man calls me, and he was like, do you want to get married? And I know it's like not traditional for like nothing's really traditional about our whole ass marriage. We did things ass backwards.
It's okay.
But it's fine because we're obviously happy and that's what just worked for us. But anyway, so he asked me if I'd like to marry him and I said like yes, obviously, because I obviously wanted to marry him and I knew that he was what I wanted and that he made my daughter happy. So then that night he picked me up and we had Addie with us and we went to a restaurant and I went to the bathroom.
Crabby Joe's.
Yeah, I went to the bathroom and the bathroom was freezing. I remember that. And then me and Addie came back and I look on the table and it said, "Will you marry me?" And I remember just like staring at it in like shock and I started crying and I said, "Yes, obviously," again. But this time like he made it official. That was in February. So, or no, I don't even think so. I think it was the end of January.
Sounds like a February.
But we had only been together since December. So a lot of you guys have asked, like, did we rush things? Yeah.
Probably.
But like,
I'm not sick of her yet, so it's okay.
we knew right away that we wanted to get married and this was what we wanted. So then after that, we started planning our wedding and having a really big wedding. We went and we looked at venues, which we were going to go and have our wedding in Leamington.
And we did put the deposit down.
And we put the deposits down for a lot of things. We met up with our minister. He was super nice.
Paid him.
We paid him. We paid the hotel, the flower people, the food, the cake. We paid everything. And then I don't remember when, but
Some fucking stupid person made their own invitation.
yeah, we even made invitations and we had it strict that we weren't going to have a lot of people at our wedding. So
There was going to be 100 of us.
I think, yeah, 100 with my family and his family. And so we had capped it out. We made our lists and I still have them at home. And we were okay with you bringing a +1, but like
Some crazy person decided to make her own invitations.
Yeah.
Invite her own people that we don't even know.
yeah, so
Yeah.
then
At $30 a plate, I'm not paying for it.
yeah, so then we were kind of up in the air what we were gonna do. We still wanted to have our big wedding, so then I went out with my aunt. I went to her boyfriend's house with my daughter and I was driving back to Chatham and my husband called and said, "We're getting married in Vegas." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Who's all coming?" Because I was very confused. And he said, "Just me and you." And I said, "Well, what about Adeline?" Because I obviously wanted to include her in our wedding. And so I obviously said yes, because at this point we were both just very frustrated because we would had over 300 people and no one wants people at their wedding that they don't know. So and there was already controversy between my family and his family and we just didn't want to do that. So I already had my dress and my bridesmaids had their dresses too. So then we posted a status that we were just going to cancel our wedding and we were just gonna go to Vegas and elope. And pretty much that's what we did. It was just me and him and it was literally the time of my life. I've never flown before. And yeah,
That was
it's
the best way to do it.
it was because there was no headache. There was no like there wouldn't be
You
any
didn't have to worry about nothing.
yeah, and there wouldn't be any tension. So then we got back and we put together a celebration for our wedding.
Went to dinner,
And most of the people that showed up to that was basically Patrick's family. None of my family showed up except for my grandfather and my grandmother. And Becca showed up.
Her mother.
And her mom, my Uncle Steve. But other than that, like my mom didn't show up. None of my family showed up to be supportive. And that right there was like the breaking point. I'm really glad that I didn't have a big wedding. Some days like I wish that we could go back and have a big wedding, but that's just not an option. I don't have any communication with any of my family. And the only family I do have obviously is Patrick's family, because they've been very supportive. We are about to go into 3 years of marriage actually this weekend. Well, next weekend, but on the 20th.
Because this day's not over.
But it's really rewarding because we've welcomed a little boy into our lives too. And now we're officially done having babies. And now we're just kind of living our lives. And pretty much like that's our story in a nutshell. A lot of people have asked like how I knew he was the one. I didn't ever believe in marriage, never, because my mom was so in and out of relationships.
It was my good looks.
Marriage, and it definitely was.
And my ball job.
Your ball time.
That's something else, but we can't scrap it.
My mom's been in so many relationships that I didn't believe in marriage because she's been divorced, and I didn't want to go through that. I'm not going to say like that our relationship is perfect. It's far from perfect.
To us, so
Yeah, like we have our issues. I'm not going to say that we don't, but like we always work through them. And one of the things that we both said after we were married is that no matter what we go through in life, we're never getting a divorce. I never want to be divorced ever, because I can't put myself through that, and I don't want to put us through that. You know, we always try and work through everything. And again, you guys think we're so perfect, but we're definitely far from it. We just always just know how to work through things. And a lot of you guys have been asking why he hasn't been in the vlogs, and it's honestly nothing towards you guys. It's just
busy person.
He's a very busy person, and I knew from the start when we got together that he works a lot, and that's something that I've had to accept that fact, because if it was up to me, like we would spend like every waking minute together.
Oh, I'd go crazy.
But like we can't. We genuinely can't do that to each other, because it's just, it's hard.
Doesn't make no sense.
Yeah. And like he tries to be on the vlogs. Like right now we're just driving, so it's nice for him to actually sit down and have this conversation.
We're somewhere in northern Michigan, that's all I can say.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, you guys can definitely ask us. We've been through a lot in these 4 years together and 3 years married. We've definitely been through a lot, but we've, you know, always been okay, and we're always going to be okay. I know a lot of you guys had asked if we divorced or if we weren't together anymore, because you just don't see him.
Depends what day of the week you're asking. It's a joke. It's a joke. Take it as you wish.
No, we're definitely not divorced. We're still together. We're happily married. We're just busy people, and I don't like to put him on the camera if he doesn't want to. And like he works very hard, so basically that's it. A lot of people have also been asking about how like the thing with Adeline's bio is going. How did I know that like he would treat Adeline good? I just knew, like from the start. Like the minute that he met her, he was so loving and compassionate. And a lot of you guys are also asking if we're gonna tell her.
Except when her balloons flew away, she didn't like me.
Yeah, she didn't like you.
Started her another job.
A lot of you guys have been asking if we're gonna tell her who her dad is. Eventually, yes, obviously.
I'll have to.
We'll have to. We don't have a choice. But for right now, she will tell you through and through that she looks just like her
Are
dad.
you fucking kidding me? Oh, I do not like this GPS anymore.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in our next video.
See you on the flip side.
If you guys have any questions, you can definitely